I used to wake up more tired than when I went to bed. Not sleepy, just done. Like I was dragging my soul into another day I didn't ask for.
Wow. That opening line from this personal account we looked at, it just really grabs you, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. That kind of deep soul level exhaustion. It's something sleep just doesn't seem to fix.
Yeah, and I think, that feeling probably resonates with a lot of people listening, that feeling of being completely, utterly drained.
Mm-hmm. And what's really striking in this account is how the first reaction is often internal pressure. Like, I
Oh.
should be able to handle this, just push through.
Right, the source really hit a nerve there. I thought I was just lazy.
That's the big trap, isn't it? Thinking it's some kind of personal failing.
Exactly, blaming yourself instead of seeing the bigger picture.
And the author talks about trying to push harder, deadlines are slipping, messages piling up, even skipping meals, all because you think more effort is the answer.
And that's such a key difference between, say, stress and burnout. Stress might feel overwhelming, sure, but there's often still this underlying belief you can catch up, regain control.
But burnout, it's different.
It's more like a slow erosion,
Yeah.
a fading away of enthusiasm, of joy. The source talks about that feeling of numbness, which is really telling.
Yeah, that line, you don't cry, you don't scream, you just exist. That really hit hard. It's not just being tired, it's deeper, like inertia.
Inertia is a good word for it. And the
It's-
source points out, even doing nothing feels overwhelming.
Right. Even resting feels like work, like your internal battery is just completely flat.
And that's often your body, your system basically say, enough, it's overloaded. That wake-up moment described, staring at the laptop for 2 hours, that's like a critical failure point.
The moment the reality breaks through, the push harder mentality.
Yeah, that sudden clarity, I don't think this is normal. It's a huge step, that self-awareness.
And what I found interesting was the first piece of advice wasn't some massive change. It was simpler. Just notice.
Yes. Notice. Track things. Before you can fix something, you kind of need to understand how it works in your life, right?
So like mapping it out.
Pretty much.
Okay.
The source mentions this burnout log. Simple things. Morning energy level. Maybe one task you actively avoided.
Right.
A moment you actually felt okay. Maybe something that made you smile, however small. And importantly, a key thought. Like, do I even matter here?
So it's about collecting data on your own experience.
Exactly. Moving from this vague cloud of exhaustion to seeing specific patterns. Like the author realizing, hey, those just checking in messages, they drain me. Or meetings leave me feeling depleted.
Or even I feel better when people don't need something from me, which feels kind of counterintuitive sometimes.
It can, but it reveals where your energy is actually going.
Yeah.
And that leads to that huge realization the author had. I wasn't broken. I was burned out.
That shift from self-blame, I'm lazy, to understanding this is burnout, that feels powerful.
It is powerful. It's the foundation for starting to heal because you're addressing the real issue, not just fighting yourself.
And the first steps towards healing mentioned, they felt really doable, not overwhelming.
Yeah, very practical. Micro breaks just 10 minutes away from the screen, no guilt attached.
Okay, simple enough.
Limiting your main priorities for the day. The source suggests 3. Keeps things focused, less scattered.
Right, prevents that feeling of having a million things pulling at you.
And screen-free mornings, even just the first 30 minutes after waking up, creating a little buffer zone.
And finding a joy snippet, something just for you.
Yes. Intentionally seeking out something, anything, purely for pleasure or enjoyment. These small things, done consistently, they add up.
It makes sense. It's not about flipping your whole life upside down immediately.
No. And I love the way the author puts it. I didn't quit my job. I just stopped abandoning myself.
That's such a key reframe. It's about prioritizing your own well-being within your current reality.
Absolutely. It's a necessity, not, a luxury item.
So for anyone listening who's maybe hearing echoes of their own experience in this, the source offers a really simple starting point. This 5-line-a-day burnout journal.
It's very accessible. Similar to the log, but maybe even simpler prompts.
Yeah, it lists energy level 1 to 10, one task that feels heavy today.
Okay.
One small win could be anything. One thing that brought a little light or brightness.
Nice. Focusing on the positives, too.
And the last one is interesting. One thing you'll give yourself permission to feel.
That's crucial. Because often with burnout, we try to suppress the difficult emotions, right?
Right.
The frustration, the sadness, the numbness.
Yeah, you feel like you shouldn't feel that way.
But giving yourself permission just to feel it without judgment, that's a huge part of processing it and starting to move through it.
It all comes back to that core message, doesn't it? You're not lazy, you're tired from surviving everything. It takes the blame off and just acknowledges the reality of being worn down.
It really does. And it's such an important counter-narrative in a world that often pushes constant productivity above all else. Burnout isn't always loud and dramatic.
Right.
As the source concludes, sometimes it looks like silence. That quiet withdrawal, that lack of engagement, that's burnout too.
So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Just take a moment today. Check in with yourself. How's your energy, really? What's one small thing that brought a little light? And maybe, what's one thing you could give yourself permission to feel today? Just notice.